you think Kenya Kwanza has done 2 years down the line? Our SMS number 22151 at KTN News KE is our handle on X. Meanwhile, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua is in Nyeri to officially open the 2024 Nyeri National ASK show. Gachagua's visit comes at a time when political temperatures in the region are rising, with a faction of leaders endorsing Interior CS Kithure Kindiki as the region's spokesperson. Clement Masobo is at the Kabiriini showground and now joins us live with an update.
Well, good afternoon to you, Anki. Indeed, the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua is right here at Kabiriini grounds to officially open this year's Nyeri National ASK show that started on Wednesday, and today is day 3 and it will be running to tomorrow. And Gachagua's visit, as you said, is coming at a time when political temperatures in the country are rising at a very high rate. We are speaking just a day after a section of members of parliament, senators, and some governors from Mount Kenya region converged yesterday at Nyahururu and endorsed Interior CS Kithure Kindiki as the region spokesperson. The endorsement coming days after another section of leaders from Mount Kenya East region endorsed, also did the same, made the same move. So we will be waiting to see what the Deputy President will be having, the message that he has carried for the people in this region. But then speaking of this year's ASK show, whose theme is promoting climate smart agriculture and a trade initiative for sustainable economic growth, we will be focusing on innovation here, and I'll be speaking to some of the researchers who have come here to exhibit some of their projects. Right away, I'll start with you, sir. Very briefly, tell us, introduce yourself and what kind of innovation are you showcasing this year?
Thank you very much for the opportunity. My name is Dr. Dennis Magu. I'm a senior medical legal expert, and with me, I'm with the director research, Mr. Bogua. I'm also with the chair who was coordinating the show activities. And in a nutshell, I will specifically go to the project. The project talks about how we can actually reuse the grey water. Grey water from where? From the kitchen, from the bedroom, and also that water can actually settle a bit. When that water settles, it will actually move to the next chamber. The next chamber is where we have vermifiltration. What is that? It is a process that involves earthworms, which will act as a good media to take all the bacteria, or rather the microorganisms. Then the water comes to the next chamber. When it is now cleaner, it now finds the sand and gravel there. Then filtration, advanced filtration process occurs, and you can release that water freely, and it can actually be utilized for farming. If you have a big containment of this amount of water, it can translate to being pumped to a reservoir where that water later on can translate to farming. You can as well treat that water that it can be used for other activities. This is a very big benefit. Remember, 40% of our domestic water use is from the kitchen and also from the bedroom. If we are translating to a point of using this water, we have a lot of crops that we can actually obtain in terms of the productivity and for food sustainability. Job creation. People can actually get involved in income generating activities. They can supply these for purposes of trade. Remember the theme of promoting climate smart agriculture and trade initiatives for sustainable economic growth. That is what this project is all about. We are later configuring all these activities to an app that we are putting in our phone. When that app, you touch on that button of the app, it tells you entirely where the land is, what is the soil moisture content, what is the level of the pests and the diseases, and other parameters. That way, you have enhanced technology where the farmers right away from their farms are able to monitor the progress of their farm. And that translates to economy, because the many people who come to analyze the soils will actually not be involved actively. That way, we are cutting on a lot of costs and ensuring the farmers are not oppressed by the many cartels that actually occur. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, sir. Very briefly, let me engage your colleague here. Through such innovations, perhaps, what kind of problems are we solving when you talk about conservation of the environment?
When we talk about conservation of the environment, we have many technologies here in Juja, in the university. If you see all the way from food technologies, farming technologies, we are talking of even using crops that consume minimum water or can do better in environments that are already harsh. So that way, including also sustainable farming technologies like minimum tillage, we are promoting all that and we are disseminating that to the Kenyan public. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Anki. You just heard it from some of the exhibitors here and researchers, of course, explaining their research projects that they are running. And this is just one of the many tents that have of exhibitors here at this year's SK Showground here in Nyeri. But then later on, we will also be visiting other tents to look at the kind of innovations that they have. Remember, we are focusing on promoting climate-smart agriculture and a trade initiative for sustainable economic growth.
All right, thank you very much, Clement Masumba, for that. We're also eyeing any political twists and turns as we're expecting Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua or